Okay, so I believe the situation in which we are going to be covering today is ever so slightly similar to something we actually took a look at over a year ago at this point. But the previous time we had something similar to this, I did upload a video covering that called Roblox players got hacked and turned into scam bots. But the reason I say it's only slightly similar and not exactly 100% the same this time as it was the previous time is because last time, I'm pretty sure the method this time is exactly the same, except it also looks like people are not falling for it as easily as they did the last time, because I very vividly remember the amount of notifications that I was receiving during that time from people just telling me that there was this new like super dangerous scamming method or method that people were using to hack people, and I received so many messages on Discord, so many tweets on Twitter of people just showing me the messages that they had been receiving and then also explaining how they fell for all of that and actually ended up getting hacked. And like I said, the first video I made talking about that was literally over a year ago at this point. Like, it was uploaded on the 28th of June in 2020, and so with that method being covered by so many different YouTubers because it was very, very new and it was something that we had never seen before, it just ended up with a lot of people then knowing how to avoid it, what to look out for, and then obviously with so much attention going towards how to avoid it, the majority of people, like probably like 95% of people, stopped falling for it. And then obviously whoever had started that method, whoever started with the scam bots and the hacking, they probably didn't see it as worth it anymore because the 5% of people remaining who would still fall for it, that's just not worth it to them apparently. And so with all of that dying down, I didn't expect to see this happen ever again because we now know how to avoid this. And that's why I said that this time, with it being kind of like revived, it's people aren't falling for it as much as they did the last time. But I did get tagged in a tweet and this person said, I have gotten a few messages recently that seem kind of weird. They are all offering me 10,000 plus Robux to use my avatar for a game. Here are the screenshots. What do you think? And as you can see, this is where I believe like a lot of people started falling for it the last time, because these don't look like actual scam bots, or they don't look like people who are out here trying to hack your account. Except from the top one, let's just completely ignore that one. But you can see they just have normal usernames and they even have normal avatars, and that's why the last time I said that people were getting hacked and then turned into scam bots, because these accounts look like normal accounts because they were once normal accounts. They belonged to somebody who actively used the account, they clearly changed the avatar on the account, they played Roblox on the account because it was their account. But obviously it's kind of like some kind of a vicious cycle, because at one point in their Roblox life, they would have fallen for this exact thing and then gotten their account hacked, and then whoever had originally hacked the account would use that new account to continue the vicious cycle and send these messages onto other people using the new accounts that they had just retrieved. But the messages, they all say, hi, I have an offer that has to do with your character. Hey, I saw your profile on the Rollerman's leaderboard and I thought your avatar would look great for the thumbnail of my upcoming game. I know the price may seem like a lot, but I will pay you 10,000 funds or t-shirt payment for allowing me. Please add me on Discord to discuss this further and I will be able to pay you. Thank you. And reason number 2 that a lot of people were falling for this last time is because just look at how innocent this message looks. Like, they are literally saying, I will pay you if you let me use your avatar in my thumbnail. Like, it's not that big of a deal. You don't need to give them anything, or at least that's how it seems off of the first glance. It basically just looks like they're asking you permission to use your avatar in some kind of like a GFX that they're trying to make. And so with this reviving, like instantly I remembered this from the last time we talked about this, but I still wanted to do a little bit of research about it because I didn't know if this was just this one person receiving these or if there was more people out there receiving them, because I wasn't receiving as many notifications as I was the first time around, and that's kind of what led me to believe that less people are falling for it this time. And that is when I ended up coming across this tweet. It says, please don't fall for these scams. I just got one of these messages and it's obviously fake. What is the proof? Well, this user hasn't been on Roblox for 6 days and they just sent me a message. So how did this happen? It's obviously not the person, but an automatic bot that's attempting to scam people. I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea how that works. I've seen a lot of different people posting these screenshots and then also showing that the account was last online days before they actually sent that message to them. So again, I have no idea how this is working. I have no idea how these people are operating these accounts or sending messages from these accounts in order to try and scam people and then eventually obviously hack people and take their accounts, turn them into these scam bots and just continue the vicious cycle. So to be honest, I think I've seen people receiving pretty much the same messages, but there seems to be two different types of messages. Like both types of these messages ends up saying add me on Discord so that we can discuss this further, something like that. But this one that I see is saying I was wondering if you are interested in testing for my game for any errors. So like the first one obviously said that they would like to use that person's avatar in a thumbnail for a game that they were creating, but this one is asking if they would be interested in testing their game for any errors because they are currently trying to create a game and obviously they don't want the game to have any errors in it. But this time they are offering only 2,000 Robux, whereas the last time they were offering 10,000 Robux. But every single message that I've seen, they're offering some kind of Robux, and it's either can I use your avatar in the thumbnail of my game, or would you like to test my game for any errors? And I've seen a few different people actually go ahead and add them on Discord so that they could discuss it further, whether they actually believed them or not, or if they just wanted to see how far that person would go in attempting to hack them. But to be honest with you, I would say the safest bet is to just completely ignore the message. Like if you would like to block that person and report the account, like even if you know that you're 100% not going to fall for it and you just want to try and mess with them or something like that, it's probably not worth it. So my advice is to just completely ignore the message. Pretend you didn't even get it. If you want to, just delete it. Do whatever you want to do as long as you don't actually engage with that person, don't interact with that person, and obviously don't go as far as to add them on Discord. And absolutely 100%, if you do add them on Discord, don't do anything that they tell you to do, because they will ask you to send them a file, and on that file is going to be something that allows them to hack your account. And that's where a lot of people fell down, because that's something that we've never seen before and it was a very, very new method. And like I said, it's pretty much exactly the same as it was last time, except this time it's just kind of reviving itself, because now obviously a year later the word around it has died down a little bit and people aren't talking about it. So if there is any new people who managed to miss it last time, they're obviously not going to have any idea that this is dangerous or that this is bad. So if you can, just try and spread the word a little bit, because again, it's reviving itself, this method. So I don't know, there's not really a lot to say. Like I said, this has been around for literally over a year ago at this point. The only difference between now and the previous time is because it was such a widespread and well-known problem last time, everybody ended up figuring out for themselves how to avoid it. And so this time there is much less people falling for it, which is absolutely great news. So one more time, please make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe, because I will always appreciate all the support that you guys give me, and you know what, it helps me out a lot. But let me get think of these free Robux messages and on Roblox being extremely dangerous. They're just trying to take your account. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.